Kia ora.
And welcome to
Yarns from the South. My name's Vanessa.
And my name's Sue.
And we are a nitty, crafty, yarny podcast.
Coming to you from the very bottom of the South Island in Invercargill.
Yeah.
Kia ora.
Kia ora. Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
A happy festive season.
Seasons.
We missed November. Just going to come straight
Yeah, we did.
off the bat there. Yeah. Whoops. Sorry about that.
Ah.
Life just got a wee bit busy. But we managed to make this time happen tonight. And here we are coming to you for your festive season.
Woohoo!
Your festive season?
This is the latest we've ever podcasted.
At night, do you
At
mean?
night time.
Yeah.
Not in the season.
We've had a bit of a day, and then it just seemed to be that this one evening, everybody wanted to come and see.
You're so popular.
We're at my house, if you might be able to tell that. And Mark, my husband Mark, is working late. So the kids are in the lounge, the bottom lounge, watching a movie, and he may come home at any moment. So we may pause and end up at Sue's house, or, who knows? We just don't know where we could end up today. So it's Friday night, so we're going crazy.
Yeah, we are going whoop-de-woo.
Yeah.
We are, just strap on in, everybody.
Hold on.
For a crazy ride.
I feel like I'm really waffling. So I feel like we need to go back to the beginning and say thanks for coming and stopping in if you're new here. If you're not...
Yeah, thank you. If you're not new, then you're
awesome that you came back.
Yeah, thank you. Yes. And as always, just to bore on, remember to like and subscribe and press the reminder bell, notification bell. Thank you very much. I felt like doing that because every podcast.
It's Friday. It's been a busy week. My brain is it doesn't work at the best of times, so I'm really sorry. This is a waffly one, but
and I've lost my shit twice at work this week.
Like a pretty good meltdowns, really.
Yeah, excellent meltdowns. So goodness knows what they're saying. I promise not to melt down at you, but I tell you what, there've been some doozies. So so glad to be here. Yeah.
Well, shall we just crack in?
We'll just crack on. I've forgotten some stuff, so but I'll just insert photos because I forgot, and that's just life.
That's
but
okay.
we'll just carry on.
Are we going to go finished objects first?
Yes.
I can't remember. Yep. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What's your finished object, Steve?
Thank you. So, the monogamous knitter in me has disappeared. She's gone. She and I've been knitting all of the things.
Wow.
So I'm showing this. This is for a Secret Santa at work. I'm pretty 99% sure they're not going to watch this or anyone at work, despite the fact I drone on about the podcast all of the time. So I've made something slightly random. I'll give you 3 guesses.
No, it wasn't that.
No. Try again.
No, not that one either.
And the last one.
No,
you didn't get it. You didn't get it. So this is what I've made, everybody. Yeah. I've made a Yoda. I've made a tiny Yoda. Look how tiny he is. He fits on my little hand.
Oh, he's very cute. He looks very worried.
He is. He is worried. Yoda's always worried, doesn't he? He's got a little walking stick. I don't know if you can see. He's got a little walking stick. He's got very big hands.
He's very cute.
I'll tell you what, this cloak he's wearing, I had to pick up for the bloody arms. They're the most ridiculous thing I've ever made.
Is it?
Well, I don't know, but this coat was. He isn't necessarily.
The coat, yeah.
Like I have made some crazy things, but
a tiny coat.
The tiny coat. They had to pick up the arms for Anyway, so this is for someone at work. Hopefully they'll appreciate it. They like Star Wars, obviously. Otherwise, why would I be doing that?
You would hope.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you? So yeah, so this is from, can't show you the book, but because we're currently using it.
It's propping up the
camera.
It's called Star Wars Knitting the Galaxy, the official Star Wars knitting book. And it's by Tanis Gray.
Yeah. And
I could put a photo in actually after boom. There it is.
There we go. And similar to
nice.
Similar to that, be Star Wars fans, aren't they?
Yeah.
So similar to the Harry Potter one. So just all kind of themes, so garments and little toys. So yeah. So actually it took a week to make. He was quite fiddly, had to do everything individually. But anyway.
He's so cute.
He's very cute.
You've done a great job.
Hopefully she appreciates him. So that's what I finished. Yeah, that's what I finished.
It's been a bit like it though.
Yeah, a tiny Yoda. So I can now wrap him now. He has to be given on Thursday.
Well, it is the season for this kind of thing because the only thing I finished is also a office Christmas, work secret Santa.
You made a Yoda as well?
I did not make a Yoda. Dun, dun, dun. What did I make? Wow, another pair of socks.
Wow.
Who could have thought it? Now, I wouldn't usually knit. I would never usually knit socks or anything really for any office workmates. But this particular workmate has, she's just been going through quite a hard time lately and her mum passed away lately and I just happened to be her secret Santa and I thought, you know what, this person is knitworthy, so I will do that. So I quickly whipped up a pair of socks. I still want to put like a little handmade, those tags that say handmade. I thought I might put them on the cuff.
Nice.
But that's all I've made, which feels ridiculous. Oh, no, I lie. Well, it's all I've made is a knitted, but I have been doing other stuff. I've been doing spinning. I've just got this. Sorry. It's actually still wet, but I felt like I needed to show you, so I wasn't lying. I have been spinning stuff. This is alpaca. It's still wet. So, sorry, you can touch it, but just know it's going to be wet.
Okay.
Some people get the ick factor.
Stop it.
It's still wet. No!
Stop it.
This is fibre from Mary, our friend Mary, and her alpacas, actually. It's not Mary's fibre, it's from her alpacas.
Does she not grow her own fibre and show them?
And, I don't know if hopefully you'll have all watched our last episode when we filmed at the Gore Spinners and Weavers Day and how she was modelling one of her jerseys that she made out of alpaca. And, talking about the durability and the hardiness of it. And it got me inspired anyway, so I thought I'm going to start spinning up. I have quite a bit of her fibre just through picking it up over the years, but some of it is different colours. And my youngest son has become really bougie when it comes to everything really, but he couldn't possibly wear just wool, sheep's wool. Oh no, it has to be alpaca.
Oh.
It's the only thing that doesn't give him the, get him itchy.
Oh, I can relate.
Oh yes. Oh. So I thought, well, I've got some fibre, I'll spin it all up and see if I can make maybe like a colour block jersey for him.
Nice.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, so do we want to do whips?
Yeah, let's do whips.
So we're going in a different order. Normally it's you, but it's me. That's okay.
No, it's not. No, it's you.
It's
always
me.
you. Yeah.
Oh,
I always go. You
okay, so I've got a few things on the go, which I normally don't like to do.
She's gone out of control.
I've gone out of control. So this is just very quickly.
Cute.
I've been working, I think I showed when I got it, but I've been working on...
I love it. That is so
wee
cute.
Socky sock sock. So quite happy with this.
Yeah.
So this is West Yorkshire Spinners.
It is
self-striping. What is it called? Do I have the label? Yes, I do. Rum Paradise.
Oh.
And the grey, I think the grey potentially is one of yours that you've dyed.
Is it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been having that as my on the go knitting. And I realised you need to do this, don't you? And I didn't always have this, so this has been my on the go knitting. But yeah, so I'm quite happy with that. Very cute.
Yeah. Good to just be able to pull out.
Yeah, so that's been good.
Nice.
So I'll show you. Okay, so the jumper
progress.
I'm not going to get it done for Christmas, so I've just decided to put it in the naughty corner and I'll come back to it. I'm going back to the Blighty to the UK for Christmas, so...
you're so close.
No, but...
Is it getting a bit painful?
Yeah.
Is there some issues?
No, I'm not going to get it done. So...
Taking a bit of brain power.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks so good.
And the sleeves are actually short, so they don't actually go all the way anyway. So it's going to be useless in Scotland anyway. So,
is it a short sleeve?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So I've nearly finished that repeat, and then it's a bit of cuff. So the short sleeve anyway.
It's really cool.
Yeah. And it fits, and it looks good with a dress.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's the right length for a dress.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Looks beautiful.
But yeah, I'm kind of want a break from it. Like the pattern's really easy. But
that's a lot though, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's interesting with the tension, because I was beating myself up a bit about the tension, but then I saw someone else's just on a picture on Ravelry, and theirs was the same. So I think,
and when you block it, it'll just be magic.
Yeah, so I think that's just what it is. And I've tried 2 different ways of holding the yarn to see if it makes a difference, and it doesn't. So I'll bugger it. So yeah, so it's really good and it'll be beautiful. I'm just gonna wait till I get back and I'll wear it for autumn, winter.
Yeah.
Next year. But yeah,
gorgeous.
It's beautiful. I'm very happy with it.
Yeah.
But quite a lot of work though.
Gosh, yeah.
So that's obviously the Framed by Andrea Mowry. Yeah. And then I decided on a whim. So going back to Blighty, so we'll be in Scotland and York, which
for Christmas and New Year. Christmas.
So I'm making a hat.
Oh, it's so cute.
So this is yarn I picked up. Well, the main colour yarn is I picked up when I was in Canada at the knitting show. So it's called Knit City, sorry. So this is Frankie Grey Fibres, and it's Sparkle DK. 75% superwash merino, 20 nylon, 5% stellina. Barbie Land, it's called Barbie Land.
That is perfect.
And actually it came with a hat, it came with a kit, but I haven't actually done that pattern. So it actually came, I think they did it especially for the Knit City, and they linked up with a fibre company that makes like this CJ House, who makes like all these cute kind of sparkly bits that go alongside like accessories and stuff. And there's a massive pom-pom and stuff. But I decided that I didn't really want the pattern, and I didn't really want to put that's the pattern, sorry. I won't show you too much. I didn't really want to use this. So when I was up north April time, I bought some floof, which I've never really done before, and decided
so
I would
pretty.
Whose
floof was that?
Floof, bear with. Floof, it's fibre space plumas. So it's a baby Surrey alpaca and mulberry silk. So I've never knitted with floof. And so I was watching So Ray Me podcast, Scottish podcast, and she was looking through all of her whips, and she talked about this hat, and so it's a different pattern. I've often made the same hat pattern, but this is called the Simple Pleasures hat, and it's by Pearl Soho, sorry, and it's a free pattern.
Sweet.
And so it's knitted in 4-ply, but then you hold it double for the rib to make it chunky, and then you hold the 4-ply with the floof for the main part and the crown. Yeah, so
It's amazing.
So I'll put a pom-pom. I'll put the pom-pom on it. So it's gonna be quite cheery for school.
I love this yarn so much. I cannot get over. Like, it's just beautiful.
But I think it'd be nice to have a bit of cheeriness, I think. So yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, so really, and it's so nice just to make something that's doesn't require any brain power, and it's just like, and there's just you're getting quick satisfaction, like and you just don't get that with a jersey, do you? I love jerseys, but you just don't get that. Or a sock even. So even though I think I did tell you, don't let me make a hat.
That's okay though, because I think you really need this hat in your life. And if you decide you don't want it, I'll have it.
Okay.
It's perfectly fine.
That sounds fun.
This hat needs to be in the world.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I reckon. So I'm very excited about it, and I'm really enjoying making it. So yeah, so I'm actually enjoying making multiple things. So
who knew?
typical old me.
It really is.
Fans of the show will know I'm a complete, absolute hypocrite, so that's fine. But that's fine. Okay. I'm sure you still love me, so
that's fine. Absolutely.
Yeah. So
thank you very much. Okay, so would you like to know what I've been making?
I would love to know.
Well, for my on-the-go knitting, and I think I shared this one with everyone last time. Yeah, I feel like I'm not really. I don't have a lot of stuff that I've been making. Anyway, I have made one sock, very, very stripy and bright, and that much of the next sock. That's my on the go. That's just the good old plain vanilla sock, and that's some yarn that I dyed up years ago.
Yes, nice.
Years ago. Now, my big project is, I think I shared this last time as well.
But it wasn't that far along.
It wasn't that far along, but I still feel like it should be further. But you know, it's just this time of year. So this is.
Oh, it's really lovely.
I really can't wait. I can't wait. I am enjoying a bit of sunshine. Because we've had some pretty hot weather lately. I didn't enjoy the really hot weather, but anyway, I am enjoying summer. So I'm not trying to, I'm trying to live in the now. But I cannot wait until it's winter and I can wear this jumper. This is the stripes from Andrea Mowry, and now I have made an actual stripy one. Of course, I shared that last time, but this time I'm just doing it all in one color, as you can see. And the grey, where are we? The grey, it's just some 4-ply. Beautiful. I really love this colour. Beautiful 4-ply that I got from Mania Toto Wool, our friend Hannah, who does not dye anymore. And the floof that I'm holding with it is. Oh, is it too bright? Where are we? And that is Monique Dillon yarn. Where am I going with this? And that is the. I'm not very good at this kind of thing. It is 64% kid mohair and 36% silk. And Monique Dillon is in gore. That's all I've been knitting.
It's lovely.
And like I say, I've been spinning as well. So I have a little bit of fibre on my wheel.
Nice.
I think we should go into acquisitions next. However, one of the things that I was going to show is in my room. So I'm going to go get it and I'm going to edit me leaving out. So we can just keep rolling.
So Vanessa's currently left. So I'm going to tell you a joke. Okay. So knock knock. Merry Christmas. That's okay.
So I'm back again. Hi everyone.
Hi. They're still laughing at my joke.
Are they?
Yeah.
I may keep that joke in if it's good enough. I just wanted to say, to do with acquisitions, because we're going to go into that. I may be the last person on the planet that has gotten on this bandwagon.
No, I'm not really.
Well,
I nearly did, but I bought the wrong ones. Don't know, carry on.
Oh, I want to hear about that more later. So what we're talking about is like these swivel cables from Sjövärd, and Knit Pro have their own, what do you call that, version of it too. And it's, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, the cable, you know, you can roll the needle all the way around. It doesn't get caught up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so how this came about, little sister Lily borrowed friend Jodie's needles, and she's got, I don't know, some fancy pants Sjövärd set. And all of the cables do this. And when I was watching her knitting with them, I was like, my gosh, that's amazing. So I asked Jodie about them, and then looked online, and what do you know, you can just buy the cables and they attach to just the normal set of Sjövärds if you have a normal set. So I purchased some to give it a go, and I'm loving it. There is, of course, pros and cons to everything. And the one thing about these cables is that there is a bit of a bump at the join, where the cable meets the, you know, that part of the silver attachment, if you like. So when you're moving your work onto it, there is a bit of a lip there that you have to sort of move past, which I don't tend to have in my, I think they're called the twist cables, you know, the red cables that you can get with Sjövärd. But other than that, like, it just means that when I'm working, the cable isn't getting all caught on itself, or there's more freedom for the needle so it doesn't have that get caught up in the twist. So I'm enjoying that. So that is a purchase, that is an acquisition. Second of all is my November handmaiden fibre club. Bum, bum, bum. And I absolutely love this. I mean, I love every single one, really. Isn't that gorgeous? And this is from the amazing Amy, who is the owner of Handmaiden. And this is Harmony. Oh, did that come up? I think so. So there we go. And that came with these beautiful little buttons.
Oh, wow.
So that's that. And now I was doing a little bit of purchasing for Christmas things, and it was actually when I bought these what are they called, cables. I bought them from Vintage Pearls in Dunedin, and she sent a wee freebie, like a wee sample of her new Tramp biodegradable sock base.
Oh.
And I just fell in love with the colour, and I was like, well, that was great marketing. she knew what to do there. So I then went and had to purchase the actual skein. So this is Luster Wear. And the thing about this yarn is that the nylon content is biodegradable. So it's not gonna, like, once it's gotten to its lifespan, it will break down eventually in the ground, or, you know, wherever it is, rather than stick around for millions of years. And that's I don't know how long nylon sticks around for, but anyway, it's just a bit more
environmentally friendly. Yeah,
there we go. And I just love this colour. It's just gorgeous. So that's pretty exciting. I really love that and can't wait to make some property.
So I have also been doing purchasing, because also purchasing for Mrs. here. I bought something it's a Christmas present, but she doesn't watch the podcast. So, and if you are watching the podcast, Rachel, stop.
Look away.
Look away now. So I've had a bit of a mishap in that I'd actually ordered. So Vanessa said that so the last skein is 100-gram full skein, and so I was in our advent. So I was really prepared, and I'd ordered in September a yarn dyer who has
Kiwi.
Yeah, I'm not going to mention who they are. Who was doing a collection, and it was meant to be out in November, and it hasn't come out, and I've emailed them, had no correspondence.
Oh my Lord.
So a bit disappointing, because I've spent the money, And so so I've had to buy some different yarn. So I have to buy different yarn for Vanessa, and I understand, like, obviously stuff has happened, so there's nothing, but it's just been no correspondence.
That's a shame.
But that's happens. So for my friend Rachel, who's she knits but only little things, and hasn't done anything very big. She's talked about making socks. So and one of her favourite colours is purple. So I've bought her some crazy trios and some stitch markers, and I'll pop in a vanilla sock pattern, and I've got her some West Yorkshire spinners.
That's so cool.
So this will stripe up. So I think it's the same.
That is so cool.
I think it's the same collection as the one that I've got.
Oh, the rainbowy one.
Yeah, I think so. So it's blue face, 35% blue face Leicester, but it's 75% wool, 25% nylon. So yeah, and it's from the Windwick collection, actually. Yeah. So, and they've got that from Good Wool Hunting in Greytown.
Oh. Is it?
No.
Okay.
So that's nice. And then I decided that I wanted to treat myself. So went onto Lupine Wool, and they had a little knitting kit for some Christmas socks. So I splashed out. So
cute. Oh, I might have to do the same thing.
So I've got these.
Oh
and
my
this
gosh.
is to make the this is to make the Stone Knits cup of cocoa socks. So I've got a Stone Knits book, and she makes amazing colourwork socks, and I made those yellow raindrop socks. So they're
what is this vibe?
It's alpaca.
Oh, it feels so good.
It's alpaca.
It's really
So
brown.
it's Tweedy sock, alpaca,
yes.
easy wash.
I think I need this in my life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump straight on and.
So I there was only one thing left last time I looked.
Oh my god, I've gotta
go. So I thought this would be really nice to knit when before. Yeah, in Scotland.
Even, yes, when you're actually in the cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. And it feels so nice. So treat myself.
Nice. That's a good treat.
And slightly random from what we normally show in acquisitions, I was at the charity or op shop, as they call them here.
The op shop.
Opportunity shop. I was from fancy dress work due on next Thursday. Anyway, I came across a jumper.
This is such a good find.
And I
cannot believe
I just thought I'd bring
jumping.
it. And it's like, so it's handmade.
Isn't it so cool?
I can't decide if it's been knitted or if it's been machine knit, but it's definitely been hand. Because it's got
you can see it.
And I think even the yarn could be, I don't know, the white yarn seems.
It is beautiful.
Yeah. $15.
Oh.
And
if you whack your own label,
I know.
like handmade in there.
Yeah, like, and
then
I made
you can
it.
just prance around and everyone can think you made it.
Yeah, like it's very even, so I wonder whether it's been machine done, but it's definitely been hand done.
Floats.
Yeah.
Like whichever, whether it's hand
but it's gorgeous.
knitted or not, but yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if that was hand.
I'll just give it a quick wash, I think. But
knitted.
Yeah.
And
lovely.
so
and it
clever.
fits. So I was like, thank you. $15. Right, that's $200 worth of yarn.
It's just perfect. Like I love those colours.
Yeah.
The pattern is amazing.
Yeah. So
It's
I just
like,
thought I just wondered.
you.
And we've had a couple of big work gatherings in the last couple of years, and there's a guy who I don't know very well, but he's from the UK. Whenever I see him, he's always got a great hand knit on, and I always comment on it. He's not a knitter, he doesn't care about knitting. Low battery. But he gets he buys good knitted jumpers from the op shop. I said, oh, it was just like 25p from the op shop or whatever. And I always comment, oh, well, someone's made that's a good cable. Ooh. And so it's just
you found one.
Yeah, and I found one, and I was very, very grateful to, and glad to be able to give it a home.
A loving home.
Yeah, because I will look after it. So yeah, so thank you to whoever made this. I'd love to know the story behind it, but it's just gorgeous. So just thought I'd share it.
And it doesn't even look like it's been worn. I mean, maybe it has, but it looks like someone has been gifted it and gone,
oh no.
And they went to a charity shop, and now you are the proud owner.
Yeah, so. Even that cast off. Yes, so thank you. Yeah, so that's my acquisition.
Wet. Okay.
Wet. Should we just do them very quick?
Okay.
Just a quick one. Okay. Reading corner. What have you been reading, Vanessa?
Thanks for asking, Sue. Right, so I've not actually eyeballed a book for some time now, but I have been listening to the Seven Sisters series by Lucinda Riley. So I'm now up to book 6, The Sun Sister. And I'm really enjoying it, and I can't stop. If I've started a series, I have to finish it. It has to be pretty bad for me not to finish it. And not to, that sounds like this. No, I'm really loving this series. It's awesome. So it's a series about a group of sisters who were all adopted, and they were adopted by this sort of mysterious but very kind reclusive billionaire. Is that what you say? Yeah. And then he passes away, and so they are all, he leaves them all clues.
Oh,
it's so late. I'm so sorry. He leaves them all clues for them to find out their history if they want to, and so each book is each sister delving into that and finding out who passed. So I'm on to the 6th book with the 6th sister, and yeah, really loving it. It flicks back between days gone by and the now, and so lots of really cool historical sort of stuff all around the world too. So loving that. And of course I've been watching lots of what are they called, vlogmasses. So of course I'm watching Little Drops of Wonderful, Ali from what's the other one she does? This Wonderful Life. I do love Sandy by the Lakeside, who's Canadian. She's doing a Vlogmass. I'm really loving Emma, who is Woolly Mammoth Fibres, who's from Northern Ireland. I almost tried to do a really bad accent there, but I held myself back. So thank you. I'm proud of myself.
Yeah, well done.
There is another one. I can't pronounce her name. She's from Sweden. Yeah, whoops. But I will link her down below. And I feel like there's Skeindeer Knits she's Norwegian, but she's living in London. And I do love her, and I've been watching her for years. As well as Jude from Rewilding Jude, who's not doing Vlogmass, but he does a weekly vlog, and I love watching him because he's doing up a Scottish little cottage in the countryside. That seems fun. Yeah. Over to you, Sue.
Okay. I've also been vlogmassing. Anyway. And the ones that I've similar to Vanessa, so but other ones that I've been watching have been Gaynor Jane, who is Clouds from Cuckoo Land, except she's now vlogging. Got a different channel, Gaynor Jane, for vlogging. And
do you go back to Blighty?
No, I've not been watching Back to Blighty, but I do like Back to Blighty, just haven't clicked onto her yet. And I'm waiting for, and I've been watching So Me, but she hasn't. I think she's doing vlog ones, but I think she's just them weekly. So yes. And I have been listening to a podcast that I cannot rave about highly. Like, those of you who know me, like, I'm not very gushy. I find it quite hard to be like, woo, yay. Like, if I say something's good, like, that's
all right,
that's amazing. And I nearly messaged the group chat saying how great this is, everyone listen to it, and then I took myself out of it.
But you did message
I
Lily
did tell you, yeah.
didn't you? Yeah.
And I actually think every woman has to listen to
I still
this.
haven't. I'm excited. Now.
You will be in love with it. And I'm almost tempted to listen to again because I think there's stuff that I've missed.
Excellent.
And this is it's called Witch, and it's a BBC 4 podcast, I think. And it's a presenter called Andrea Rackskun. Yeah. Rackskun, I think there's some German heritage.
Rackskun. Yep.
Anyway, and basically she is talking about funny enough witches, but it's got such strong links of just around like the history of the name and society's view of witches and witches now and women and just and how women have been tarred with how patriarchy have not liked certain ages of women or women who can no longer childbear and the perception of what a witch is. And it's just such an amazing podcast. It's just really, really inspiring and just makes a lot of sense. Just makes so much sense about society's view on kind of because I don't have children, and like so women who don't have children and how like women who were unmarried and then like so how they were like called, they were barren or called like a hag or and then they might have had a cat because they were women by themselves, and then you must be a witch then because there's something wrong with you. And talking about the witch trials in Scotland and what have you, and all over the world. So yeah, I just cannot recommend it highly enough. Like, for me to say that means like huge. Like, I'm not someone to like, oh my god, it's amazing, but it is. I just think it's amazing. So I really
I can't wait actually.
And 13 episodes, and and they're only like half an hour long, so I really, really rate it. And also Jim and I got into a show that we thought had finished and realised there's 3 more episodes because we'd watched them all, and it's called The Jackal, and it's on TV on demand. It's a UK show, so it's really, really good, and it's about like this guy who's an assassin, but it's like amazing, like he changes into different characters and it's so good. Like really, really good.
Did you say it's English or
it's English? I think it's done with Sky. So really really rate that. So that's a quick one from me.
Cool.
No,
all right, okay. Well, last time we podcast we mentioned that we were going to do a giveaway. And we asked you just to comment anything. And we got lots of lovely comments, so that was lovely. Should we answer some of the questions first before we do the prize draw? Yeah, so we got some questions. So we're going to answer them. Whoa. So who's written them down? So
So we've got 2 viewers asked one viewer asked several questions and one viewer asked one question. So... So one viewer, Natasha Stevens.
Hi, thanks so much for commenting and asking questions.
Asked any beginner tips for a new spinner.
That's a really great question.
You can answer that because I'm not very good.
Well, my biggest tip would be just to keep going because it's really hard. I think the more you do it, the more your muscle memory will get into it. And I guess it just depends on what, if you're struggling with certain things or whether it's just like you've got to have like, okay, start from the beginning. Vanessa. Make sure that your wheel is well serviced, and if you're unsure about that, then ask around locally and try to find somebody who knows about wheels who can give it a once over, make sure that everything's oiled properly and that everything is working properly, because there's nothing worse than working with a wheel that's not right, and that makes you think, oh, why can't I get this? I had a wheel, like now that I've got a few other wheels, I realized, the wheel that I was learning on was lovely, but it wasn't a great learner wheel. So that's my first tip. Make sure your wheel is well serviced, well oiled, been looked over by somebody who knows what they're looking at, and is definitely working properly. My second tip would be, like, once you've gone past a little bit of spinning, and you know, most people will spin up a boring bump of brown that they just randomly get. I think it is important to start working with colours that you enjoy, and not like your fancy pants, really expensive bougie stuff, but just like some good Corridale, or I don't know, lots of the other breeds that are out there, but good sort of I don't want to say common, but just good hardy stuff, good easy stuff, but with nice colours, because it makes you feel better about everything when you're looking at a colour that you really enjoy. And I think it's like knitting a scarf when you're a beginner knitter and you think, yeah, this will be good because it's just nice and easy, but it's just so boring that you just don't keep it up. Whereas if you're spinning pretty colours and small amounts of those colours and changing that up all the time, then it just helps with the mind thing. And then as far as the actual physical part of spinning, I think making sure that you're spinning at least 5 minutes a day, and even if it is just 5 minutes a day, because it's the more you do it, the more you get it. But if you make it into a big thing and put it to the side and don't touch it, you'll just never expand that knowledge. So does that make sense? Would you agree?
I agree.
Yeah.
All those things, except I'm not doing any of those things at the minute, but I agree.
And if you're still really struggling, then reach out and try and find someone in your community that can help you face to face. There's lots of really good YouTube tutorials and whatnot, but sometimes it's just easy, just even once or twice, if you can sit down with somebody and actually show them what you're doing and maybe get some pointers and things. And don't be afraid. It's just like anything else. Keep it up. You'll get there. You'll get there. Okay.
No. So at Mowry has asked, what's the best thing you have knit?
That's a great question. Do you want to answer this one first?
Yeah. I think for me, which I think I may have showed right at the very beginning of the podcast, is I knitted my wedding bouquets. So 12 years ago now. Just had not long had our wedding anniversary. So knitted with help. But I did probably the bulk of it, and knitted 120 roses, individual petals and stems, and made 4 bouquets, plus 6 buttonholes of sisal. Like I've got a bit of a list.
That's okay.
Sisal, which I made the pattern up myself. And a flower buttonhole for my mum. So they were like, and no one knew we were doing it. So I wanted something. This was quite early on in my knitting career. I'd not actually been knitting very long, but I knew knitting wasn't going to leave me, and wanted something knitting orientated in the wedding. And I suggested making knitted cake toppers, and my auntie was like, no, you can't do that. You can't have something woolen on the cake. Like, okay. Like, all right. So we then started Googling, and I found some pom-pom wreaths. I was like, oh yeah, they're okay. And then, not wreaths, bouquets. And then found some flowers and went, yeah. And then basically, and my auntie was like, well, if you're going to do it, you've got to do it properly. This is Auntie Diane. And and so went all in.
That's awesome.
So so it's really nice. I've still got them, and then my bridesmaids kept theirs. So and my mum contributed to those, and some friends as well. So and my cousin. So so they're definitely the best thing I've made.
Well, as far as knitting goes, I mean, so I'm just trying to think. I was thinking about this and then it just left my head. probably one of the jerseys that I've made, probably the stripes jersey is one of the things that I've liked the most as far as knitting. However, I've done quite a bit of random creating, especially as far as crochet goes. Quite a few years ago now, our group yarn bombed as part of like an arts thing, and we yarn bombed outside of the local library, and so we made, what was it you made? The Hungry Caterpillar scene. And so Sue, you made the caterpillar, which covered the a bike stand. Yeah. And there was this a display case outside of the library, and I got my husband to make up these steel frames, and then I crocheted butterfly wings. Because that was the whole of our knitting group created lots of different aspects of the Hungry Caterpillar book. So that was pretty cool. Not only because I don't crochet, so it was kind of like, oh, I'm just doing this thing. So I just made like lace sort of panels basically, and then I can't remember. It was pretty rough and ready, the covering of the body of the butterfly. But anyway, that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
We got asked if we could make a COVID-19.
Yeah.
You know, what are they called? Like
the actual virus. Like
the look of the virus.
Yeah.
So I think one of our group, Jodie, she created the actual grey ball because it was for another arts thing. And
we're going to punch it.
So it was one of those punching ball bag things, and we covered it with the virus. So she created the body. I remember making like the little
red things.
That came out.
Yeah.
Did you attach them?
No, I crocheted them as well.
Right.
And I'm not a great crocheter.
Yeah. So that was quite fun. And then this is going to answer another question, but I work in Women's Health, and I had literally just been in this job maybe about a month, and then one of my colleagues was leaving the job, and so another colleague said, oh, you're a knitter, Vanessa, could you make our colleague this as a leaving gift? And she showed me a picture, and it was a crocheted cushion in the shape of a vulva. And well, it wasn't in the shape of it was a cushion, and then it had a vulva sort of applique, if you like, on the side. But I was like, this is crochet. I'm a knitter, you know? And she's like, yeah, okay, but can you make this? I'm like, ugh. So I just went with it, because even though I was like, I don't have any time, it was actually around this time of year as well. And a big part of me was like, don't say yes, Vanessa, don't say yes. But then I was like, well, how many times can you say you've knitted a vulva before? So, or crochet. So anyway, I did. I just sort of made it up and, went with it. And so that's probably the most craziest thing I've made. Yeah. Although I've got mates who have made like uteruses and stuff. So, yeah. So there we go.
There we go.
And I think that would answer. Oh, here we go. What was this one?
Do you do any homemade gifts?
I think we've answered that one.
Yeah.
Sometimes we do.
Yeah.
And sometimes not.
Yeah.
I definitely don't as much as what I used to. Yeah. But for those who are knitworthy, yeah.
And the other question was, well, what is our day jobs? And I also work in health, and I'm an occupational therapist.
Cool. Yeah.
And then you asked about those.
Because there was a comment about wondering about how many New Zealand podcasters there were. So, and I thought that's actually a really cool thing to talk about. And so I compiled a list of the ones that I know of and that we know of. And we'll obviously put this in the show notes. But if you know of any other New Zealand podcasters, please tell us about it, because it'd be really cool. So my list starts with Strawberry Patches, who's a woman based up in Auckland. And she is, I've watched her a few times and she's really awesome. She's a great content maker. Man, she just pumps it out. Then there is Unwind and Knit With Me, who's based in Christchurch, and she has got a store as well, like a little online yarn store. And I've seen, she came to one of the Gore, I think it was the one in May, a Gore Yarny event, Fibre Fest. What's it called? 45. Yes. And she sells these really amazing bags that I really want to get one day. They're not leather, but they're similar. Anyway, they look amazing and I wouldn't mind having some. Then there's Planet Pearl, who is in Christchurch as well. And I've just been watching her Vlogmasses because she's doing Vlogmass. I forgot to mention her. But yes, she's in my New Zealand podcasters list. And she's got a really lovely chill vibe going on and I really enjoy watching her. There's Carla. It's Sew, Knit, Create and Repeat, and she's up in the North Island. I can't remember exactly where. Maybe I'm not going to guess, but she's doing Vlogmas as well, and she's always a good one to watch. There's Cup of Tea and a Yarn, who you met, didn't you, at Unwind?
Yeah, I also met the lady from
Unwind and Knit With Me.
Yeah. We had a bit of a podcaster catch up. They were very nice. Yeah.
There is Black Cat Knitting Co. or Knit Co. Who is the owner of the Lupine Wool Co. And she's doing a podcast. Thank you for knitting, I think it is. I really enjoy her podcasts. And she's another prolific knitter who pumps out amazing work.
And designer.
Yes, and designer, yeah. And there's Continental Drift Knits. She was a podcaster that we met at the open day in Gore.
Yep.
And that was really cool. She's just been over and done like some knitting cruise with the grocery girls a few months ago. So that was really cool. And then there's Blind and Knitting.
But she's been doing blind and homesteading as well. Yeah.
And she is up in the North Island, in the Wairarapa. Yeah. Does anyone know of anybody else who is podcasting here in New Zealand? If you do, comment down below. Yeah. What else we do?
Giveaway. So we said if you commented, and I particularly like the person who said, you said write anything, so I'm writing anything. So well done to you.
Yeah.
So we had 19 comments, and so we're just going to pick from 1 to 19, and we're going to give one bag away.
Yeah.
And save one for another time. Yeah. So
and maybe we'll put some other things in there. Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows? It probably won't be there before Christmas because the post is completely crazy. And particularly if you live in Canada, you're never going to get it because apparently your postal workers are on strike. So don't be from Canada. Here we go. Random number generator. Should have audio organised this, but I didn't. So here we go.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh,
that was
quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's number 1.
Number 1.
So that one, bear with.
Bum, bum, bum.
Bear with. I'll just make sure it doesn't automatically play. Bear with.
One moment, please. One moment, please.
So that is Linda Goldstone.
Woo!
I think you you've commented before, Linda, haven't you? Thank you very much, Linda. So if you would like to email us.
Are you going to read it out?
Oh yeah, she said. Oh yeah. Yeah. She said, what accent do you think Linda has? I can only do.
I was going to say, I want to hear your best Northern Ireland accent. Go on then. You better not bloody piss off any. Where you go? Sorry.
I can. Nah. I can't even.
Sorry.
No, I can't. I can't. I'll do a posh English one.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. Nice to see you girls. Nice to see you. Sorry, I even got that right. Nice to see you ladies back. I've been enjoying binge watching one of your recommendations from your last podcast over the past month. So Linda, please keep watching and please don't boycott
Please tell us where you
that.
come from so we can now know.
And please email us with your so our email address is at the top of our description down below. Please email us with your address and we will wing the our merch, which is very good at holding knitting like this.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
And there will be some other little bits
Maybe
in
some
there
treats
for
and
you
goodies
as well. But it won't be before Christmas, sorry. But we
unless you're in the UK.
well, if you're in the UK, then that's fine.
If you're in
I'll post
Scotland.
it from yeah, I will take it with me and I will post it. Yeah. All right. Lovely.
Okay. Whew, so that's us done.
That feels like a big one.
I'm really sorry if it was a really big one. I hope you guys will get a chance to have a bit of a break over the crazy period, and I hope that you have good Christmases if you celebrate Christmas, and just have a good break if you don't. And
I don't think we'll be back till late January, early February.
correct,
Yeah.
because Sue's gonna be away for most of January. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it might be February that you see us back. Yeah. Okay.
But thanks so much for your support this year and previous years, and yeah, we really appreciate it.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay,
All right.
Thank you.
Kaki there. Bye.